Yeah, another barrel experiment for Whiskey Bible. We got a maple finish. So Luke has set this up. He's tasted it. He's pretty happy with it, but I am getting the final say uh, as to whether we're gonna bottle this now or go ahead and keep it in the barrel a little longer. This is a maple finish. Is it maple finish on what exactly? I forget.
The Heaven Hill Bottled and Bond.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's pure Pennsylvania maple syrup that I put into this cask. I think it's for like 2 months. I aged in maple syrup,
Yeah.
and then I took that out, and it's actually really good. It makes really good barbecue sauce. But then I put Heaven Hill Bottled and Bond, and we're just over the 1 month mark, and I think it's turning out really well. So we made the mistake with our last barrel where we said, "Oh, it's really really good now. Let's wait an extra month and see what it turns into," and it was not that. Did not turn out too well. So I'm just interested to see Frank's take on this and see he's going to make the call live on this video if he thinks we should bottle it or if we should wait a little bit longer.
Yeah, and because of that last time where we aged a little too long, if I get something I think tastes pretty delicious, I'll probably go with it. The exception is I do want to get some sort of whiskey bourbon flavor in this.
Not just all maple syrup.
Yeah, if it's too much maple, I might say to try and let it go.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Well, you're going to do the pouring part. I'm going to remove the bung because it can be a little difficult because it's, yeah. There we go. It just gets sticky because of the maple.
If you've been following the channel, we've done a few different home aging experiments. We started with some wheated Buffalo Trace White Dog, trying to get Weller. It did add a lot of color and flavor, but it wasn't really that great. You really want to start with an actual whiskey, which is what we did next. We threw some Buffalo Trace in. Let's see if we can get Eagle Rare. First time, got something good. Decided to keep going and ended up aging it a bit too long, kind of like oaked it out a bit. So the second time we tried again, didn't quite reach that flavor. So we're still working on that. But at a certain point, these barrels, the amount of flavor that they can add from the char goes down. So then we did a maple finish, right? Threw maple syrup in for like 2 months or something.
Yeah.
Emptied that out, threw Heaven Hill Bottle and Bond in. That's what we've got right now. We might do another whiskey, and then eventually we're going to go ahead and throw a stout in, get like a bourbon maple stout, see how that turns out. But right now, this is the Heaven Hill Bottled and Bond maple finish. And we're going to see how it turns out, see if we think it needs a bit more time in the barrel, or maybe it's ready to drink. I'm going to go ahead and start pouring this. Anything you want to say?
So yeah, I'll add is I kind of knew this was done. This barrel was done aging. Once I started getting a sour note on like that last one. I got kind of like a sour note on the whiskey. And also you'll see the barrel is deteriorating in on the inside. You can tell by the whiskey because there's just a lot more chunks and wood coming out of it. So I'd say this barrel's almost done. It's hard. It's like sending your kid off to college, right? You know it's going to be, once the end is, it's the end, you know? So I might put Maker's Mark in here and do like a Maple Maker's, just because like this is straight maple poured out, bourbon poured in. Might be cool to get an actual, like, now it's like rinsed, you know, and then put another bourbon in.
A bit of a more mild. Because I'm expecting this, I did sample it, I think, at 1 month. It was very maple. So I'm expecting similar.
So yeah, this is 1 month. This is a
little
okay. Over a month. I think we tried it like 1 week in.
Oh wow. Well, that explains why it was all maple.
Yeah, I think we tried it 1 week in. But yeah, I mean I actually surprisingly don't have much in my glass, but
like
the wood
pieces.
wise, yeah. So yeah, like I tried this last week and I immediately called him up. I'm like, hey, you know, it's only been a month, but I don't know how finishing works. I know you finish whiskey a lot sooner. Like it's a lot less years than aging
faster.
it.
Yeah.
So
Well, the nose is pretty nice.
Yeah.
I mean, the maple syrup is there, but it's not.
I think you'll be impressed, but you know what? I told him, I said, you're making the call on this. Either you're going to say bottle it, and we're going to bottle it in this video, or you're going to say, let's wait a little bit longer. It's his call. I don't want the responsibility.
Yeah, right? I think we'll probably end up bottling it, but we'll see.
Cheers.
Cheers. That's pretty delicious.
Yes, thank you. I'm like, that is damn freaking good. When I tried it, I'm like, it is really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It came. I'm very happy with it.
Yeah, it's very nice and it feels pretty natural. So when I think of maple finish on a whiskey, my mind goes to the Knob Creek smoked maple, which is very like maple syrup and pancakes. It's breakfast in a bottle. They pay me if you use that. This is it doesn't actually add a lot of maple flavor. It's almost more just like sweetness, like a candy vanilla sweetness that it's adding. And I also think that it's lowering the proof a bit. Now, it could just be that it makes it drink smoother because it's got that maple syrup mixed in. But with how smooth it is, I wouldn't be surprised if it managed to actually drop the proof.
Yeah, it definitely turned into like a big vanilla bomb, and it drinks like Heaven Hill Bottled and Bond. It's 100 proof, and this does not drink at 100 proof at all. This drinks like 90
maybe?
sub 90. Yeah. So you think we're gonna bottle this today?
I'm pretty sure we'll go ahead and finish off our glasses here, but
Yeah, super smooth, very crushable, and it's very nice and coating in the mouth too. It's viscous. It didn't lose any of that complexity, you know.
yeah, and that's the other. It does still. It doesn't actually taste much like maple. It does still taste like whiskey. I know a lot of people like the Heaven Hill Bottom Bond. I'm like on the fence about it. Like it's good, but a lot of people are like, it's amazing. For me, it's like it's a decent buy.
Yeah.
This is kind of, they should make this instead.
Yeah, this is really good. Right? Well, maybe they'll pay us to make this for them.
Yeah.
On a much bigger scale.
I wouldn't mind.
What do you think?
We got a barrel we can throw in.
Yeah, what do you think a distillery would charge if they just did a 1 liter, like uber small batch freaking collection? That would be like 20 grand for the bottle, one of one. You know. Wow. But yeah, we'll give it one last sip.
I mean, it's one of those like, it's really great. I don't know if it's as good as like regular whiskey, but in the category of finished whiskey, it's very nice. And all I mean by finished whiskey is this almost feels like cheating.
Yeah.
If somebody did this as like, Jim Beam releases a whiskey with this flavor, I wouldn't appreciate it as much, because it is the home age. These home age whiskeys are some of the most fun to try because it's like you have an actual part in it,
Yeah.
Not that, trying crazy stuff isn't fun too. I like trying sorts of ultra rare whiskey or really highly acclaimed, but getting to put your own touch on it and experiment. It's pretty cool, and then you can show other people, look what I made. And it's something they've never tasted before.
So, you want to bottle this?
Yes.
All right. There you go. There you go. You're running this show, bud. I'll just hold the barrel for you. This is all you.
Hold it just right up here.
Right up there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Actually, that's a bad idea.
Yeah, you'd be sticky. So, go ahead.
And we'll put really dramatic music behind this. I'll zoom in.
There might be a little more in this barrel than what fills this bottle. We'll see. Because this is a 1 liter, so it took a little more than 750. Beautiful.
Well, we got a nice whole bottle ready. There's still a bit more in there. But there you go. I assume they get a good look. I don't.
Yeah.
There you go. We got to find something else to put the rest of that in. Do you say are we doing that on camera, or we'll just figure that out on our own time?
We can just figure that out on our own time. I'll probably honestly leave it in there until I barrel whatever I'm barreling tomorrow, just so it stays, moist in there.
Yeah. Yeah, so this barrel is going to be nearing the end of its life. I think if you're seeing this, I'll probably have put up a video of our new barrel.
Ooh, that's interesting.
We got a bigger one. We're trying to age some Michter's. See if it gets anywhere near the Michter's tenure.
And please remember to stay in school.